What's up, y'all? So I'm back with another one. Let's get into it. So, Planet of the Apes, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. This was a movie that was highly anticipated. A lot of people was waiting to see this film. They was curious about this movie, and when they dropped the trailer got a lot of attention. Some people liked the trailer, some people didn't like the trailer, but overall, it got a lot of people curious and excited to see what they're going to do with the franchise. Now, some people who saw the movie was a little bit disappointed. Some people wasn't. I had a chance to check the movie out, and I'm going to give you my thoughts about it. But let me just say this. Overall, I thought the film was entertaining. It was good. A little bit slow, but overall, it's a good movie and it's worth going to check out. Now, the reason why some people was upset with the movie because they thought it was going to be like the last ones, like all right, a lot of fighting, a lot of action, this and that, all these sort of things, fighting with humans and all that. And that wasn't the case with this film. This film was a introduction to a new franchise and a new route that they're going with the franchise. They closed the chapter, the one with Caesar, even though Caesar was mentioned in there, but this is an introduction to new characters, a new regime, whole new route that they're going with this. And they was introducing us to the characters so that we can get familiar with the characters, who they are, what their personalities are, I'm sorry, and what they're about. So that when they start making multiple films in this new franchise, that we will be familiar with it. Now, a couple of things I didn't like was that I felt like it was some things in the film that they didn't need to put up in there, which is what stretched it out a little bit longer. So some things in that I felt like, okay, they didn't really need to have to put that in there. They didn't need to put that up in there. They could have just taken that out and made the film a little bit shorter. But the story was very entertaining, interesting, definitely kept your interest from beginning to end. The cinematography and the graphics in this film are very, very good. The way that they set it up and how they did it, very, very good. They did a really good job with this. Also, how they did when it came to the apes and the voices, did another great job as well. You know, and of course, the way it ended set up for another film for a sequel, but we already knew that was going to happen anyway because that's what they do. Whenever you have a successful franchise, they're going to keep hitting the reboot or reset button and try to make as much money as they can off of it. So we already know there's going to be another film coming out. But as I said, a lot of people was upset about it, and I kind of get why some people was upset because, like I said, they thought like, okay, it was going to be this, it was going to be that, it was going to be all those things that they saw in the last few ones, but it wasn't that. But then you have some people that were like, okay, I kind of get what they did with it. And you got some people that was like, it is what it is. Now, the question is this because we've seen what they do with franchises, they keep milking them and keep milking them and keep milking them and keep milking them. What route are they going to go with this new franchise? And what are they going to do to keep us entertained to want to keep seeing it? Because you have some people that were like, "Oh, another Planet of the Apes movie. Okay, I'm kind of tired of that. You know, I'm shied away from it. Want to see something else. You know." But I would say that if they're going to continue with this franchise, then at least make sure that you have the right team of writers in place that can write good stories for the franchise. That's the first thing. So I hope that they secure a really great writing team that can put together some really good kick-ass films in this franchise because it's a new franchise, so people are curious to see where they're gonna go. But then also too, I would say know when to end it. Know when to end it. And what I mean by ending is that if you're gonna end the franchise, end it on a good note, but then don't just keep bringing them out and bringing them out to water it down to the point where it loses interest, like what they did to Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious came out, you had a couple of movies that was good, but now it's to the point now that people just like, I really have no interest to see that. So that's what I mean by I know when to end it. If they got the movies already set up to say how far they're gonna go, be like, okay, with this new franchise, we're gonna make 3 movies and then just end it on that note where we can come back later if we want to do it again. That's what I mean by that. Instead of just keep bringing them out, bring 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 them out. Because that nowadays that's the Hollywood formula. Instead of trying to come up with something new, let's just take something, an old IP that people like, let's reboot it and just go from there then. And I have no problem with that, long as it's done correctly. But let me stop lying. I do have a problem with that because when they take films that doesn't need to be rebooted or remade, and when they do and it comes out to be terrible, that's why I have a problem with it. Because I just feel like it's some things that they don't need to do. Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Let it be. That's all. So I'm curious. I wouldn't say excited, but I'm curious to see where they're gonna go with this, how many of these movies they're gonna pump out, and if they decide to end the franchise, how are they gonna end it? Because we know, like I said, they're not gonna just totally say we're gonna stop doing it. But I would say end it on a good note to leave that door open if you want to come back. And some of these characters that they introduced were very, very interesting. Some of them you like, some of them you didn't like. There were some scenes that were like a little bit of tearjerker scenes in here. But overall, as I said, the movie was good. It was good. It was entertaining. It definitely keeps your interest. The story and the cinematography and the graphics all go together, which is a really good thing. So you guys let me know how you feel about this with the Planet of the Apes, because I definitely want to hear you guys' thoughts about this. Did you like the film? You didn't like the film? Do you think they need to stop? So let's have this conversation. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned.